Do like it up there. And lap 41, Alexander Mechanical. Lap 42, Wynyard Contracting Services. 43, Quinn Engineering in Burnie. 44, RBC Bearing Specialist Devonport. 45, Global Recycling Solutions. 46, Suds Laundromat Latrobe. 47, 3-Wide Catering. 48, HM Plumbing. 49, Melbourne Performance Centre. Lap 50, Metro Auto Spares.
The money lap.
The money lap, well, the big money lap. And of course, next weekend, the Grand National down in the beautiful Derwent Valley. It is Saturday and Sunday night.
Yes.
Had a gentleman just going, hey, is it Friday and Saturday or Saturday, Sunday? It is definitely the 24th and the 25th.
Saturday and Sunday. Heat 5 is on track, Rocky.
Oh, this is good news. The wicked workwear bullet of Hoppy is out there. Sweet chassis, but he's got bullet on the wing.
Brock Atkins on pole. Joe Brightcoff alongside him. Dylan out of position number 3, 48. Sean Black next to him. And back to Zach Pascoe. Josh Piscaneri alongside in the 55. Back to Chris Gallagher. Brendan Flynn alongside him. And Mick Nicola at the back in the Victoria 3. That doesn't mean a lot with Mick. Anything's possible. This is Heat 5. Now, if you lead all 50 laps tomorrow night in the feature and win the race, obviously, that's $20,000 goes in your piggy bank. That's nice. Mid-City Historic 73, Grant Hopkins. Not convinced he's in this heat, but he's out there. Missed his first heat, so put you on the back foot straight away.
It's the first heat of the second round. It'll be Heat 5, 4 heats per round.
Green flag prepared. We're going to go this time.
D Signs of Promotion will bring us this one. Super Joe on the outside of Atkins. Atkins gets the jump. Dylan going with him. Zach Attack, he's there. Keep an eye on Sean Black. Blast through the middle of Super Joe and Chris Gallagher. Out in front is Brock Atkins. Wayne Dillon just using that cushion beautifully. The one-stop shop man. And the J West Civil entry of Chris Gallagher trying to put the blowtorch to Sean Black, as is Wayne Dillon on Brock Atkins.
Well, we didn't see this last week. Brock Atkins just took off up the track and disappeared. He's certainly not doing that at the moment. 2 laps in the books, so still 8 to run. He leads the way from Wayne Dillon. Zach Pascoe sits in 3rd. Then it's back to Sean Black. Gallagher making some good forward progress. Then back to Mick Nicola.
Talking of forward progress, Mick's on a charge.
Generally is, most of the time.
He's not one of those guys that sits back and waits, is he?
Love the way he goes racing. Atkins just starting to move away a little bit.
Black's gone up high on the track. Well, that's not for the faint-hearted.
That's a brave move.
Trying to make it work. But out in front, Brock Atkins, Wayne Dillon, Zach Pascoe, Chris Gallagher, Sean Black. And Black persisting with that top line. He loves running up there. Wants to make it a 2-wide track. Got past Gallagher for the moment. Dillon under attack now from Zach Pascoe. He's under a Zach attack. Zach goes up high. Dillon fights back. Good racing for the Miners.
Yeah, good
between these ones.
Good battle. What that's doing is giving Brock Atkins a free kick. He's got 3 to go.
He likes free kicks, doesn't he?
He now leads by 1.6 back to Zach Pascoe. We'll keep an eye on that gap. Dillon is 3rd. Sean Black, Chris Gallagher, Mick Nicola, Joe Brightcoff. Back to Josh Piscaneri. Our leader though, Atkins. 2 to run, and he leads by 1.1.
Sean Black still caught up in this battle for 3rd. He's been the fastest on track so far, but he's not been able to dispense with Gallagher or Dillon. So the Victorian, white flag out, 1 to travel.
Yep, and the gap is now 1 second back to Zach Pascoe, who's quicker, no doubting that. But he hasn't quite got to him, and he'll be checking flag time. And Brock Atkins will take out heat number 5, the Gulf Western and Independent Oil Super Sedan Grand Prix. From Zach Pascoe, Wayne Dillon home for 3rd, Gallagher for 4th, Sean Black has won a heat already. He will finish in 5th. Then Mick Nicola, Joe Brightcroft, Josh Biscanair, Brendan Flynn. There were 9 finishes in that heat. As I said, heat 5 with the Gulf Western and Independent Oil Super Sedan Grand Prix. That particular heat brought to us by D-Signs and Promotional.
Would you like the crew from D-Signs and Promotional? D-Signs Promotional in Elizabeth Street. They're just going to roll the top of the track for a couple of laps. Charlesworth Mechanical will bring us heat 6. Very shortly, Alan's going to go down and have a chat.
We're down here with your heat winner, Brock Atkins. Brock, the first heat didn't go to plan, mate. Bounce back with that one, though.
Yeah, we won't talk about the first heat. Yeah, no, it was good to be able to start off pole, and we pretty much just had to maintain the pole line, and you know, if they were better, they were going to go around, because at the minute it's pretty treacherous, and we weren't going to from pole, we weren't going to risk, you know, getting up there and getting after it unless we really had to.
It's a little bit rough up there, Cobber. Obviously, hopefully it widens out a little bit with the races go on, and we can get some 2-wide racing going.
Yeah, look, I really hope so. Hopefully it widens out, slickens up right to the fence, and yeah, gets like this place really can sometimes. So yeah, hopefully it does that, and then we can yeah, get racing all over it. So just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody who's chipped in on this car, the Jetson family for you know, letting us use their shed and everything this week, and yeah, and all of that, that's really appreciated. All of my family, the whole Botcher and Knight family, Brenton, Greg, they've both flown over for this weekend, so massive thank you to them guys, and just everybody on the car. Ian Botcher Race Parts, Dominator Race Cars, Elite Shock Services Australia, Club 36 Innovations, Melbourne Boutique, Fringe Benefits of Hamilton, Worth Australia, iBark Australia, anybody else I've forgotten, and yeah, just want to say good day to my beautiful wife and my little boy at home.
Congratulations, mate.
Doesn't miss a trick, does he? Young Brock Atkins, he knows exactly what to say and when to say it.
Yeah.
And that, boys and girls, is how you conduct an interview. And thank your many sponsors, helpers on the car.
So just checking, it was 882 kilometres that Chucky had to ride, which included a 346 kilometre special. So we need the ambulance guys to turn their lights off, apparently, your headlights.
Don't see why, but anyway.
Yeah.
The ambulance is listening to us on
98.
98 FM. If you can turn your headlights off, or if someone could tell them, please turn your headlights off. Maybe Race Control can get one. I'm getting one of their radios to the people down in the infield and ask someone down there to do that.
Yeah.
Jacob Jetson car out there has just turned a lap or two and come back to the infield. If you remember,
It was upside down, this
it
Pat.
was upside down over an hour ago probably. Troubled start for Jacob Jetson. Started out in juniors, won a state title in juniors. Jumped into modifieds, won a state title in them. This season finds himself in the Super Sedan alongside his brother, emulating their father. As we get set to go, this is heat number 6. Luke Wilson's your pole man. Steve Latham alongside him. McMaster, Kemba Laylett. And good to see Brad Pascoe out there, and he needs a haul of points after DNF in his first heat. Set sail around the top. Latham and McMaster come together. What happened there?
Latham just went around.
I was eyes on with Brad Pascoe coming from the back. He just gone to the top and set sail, and all of a sudden, mayhem.
Yeah. Latham just out in front on his own. Just got on that loud pedal. He was well out of turn 2 when it went around.
Yeah, it's bizarre. That is an odd one.
Clipped by McMaster. Very uncharacteristic for the well-known Tasmanian driver.
Yeah, next Tasmania support for him, car number 8.
Former New South Wales champion in this category. Jetson gets pushed away.
McMaster had to spin the Master Roofing 52 to try and avoid Steve Latham's number 8 car.
Luke Wilson will move up to pole. Kemba Laylett on his outside. McMaster, Pascoe, Jake Wessing, Jacob Jetson, and Steve Latham. Latham sent to the and racing. Great start there from Luke Wilson. Keep an eye on Pascoe. He's up higher than Willie Nelson on the track.
Oh, well, he needs some points. I did say that. He obviously knows it. And he set sail. Number 1 Queenslander already opening up a little gap to Luke Wilson. McMaster sits in third. Gap back then to Kemba Laylett. Wessing's there.
Oh, track proving a little tricky.
Jetson and Latham right at the back in this one. Brad Pascoe, though.
All Campbell with a moment down there in turn 1. That's cost him a spot, potentially 2. But a leader out in front, Brad Pascoe. What an outside passing move. Way up the track there in turn 2. Got it done. Luke Wilson back there in second. We have Campbell around down here in turn 2 in front of the Auto Clean Canteen.
Maybe he wants one of those banjo sausage rolls.
Well, he'd be a smart man getting one of those. Number 9, a famous number in the Aylett family.
Absolutely.
How good's your ice chocolate?
Very, very good.
Well, cappuccino is most salubrious.
I'll be having a cappuccino a little bit later. Impressed with the one from Brad Pascoe in this one.
Oh, that move around the top.
He just sort of
He was
said,
up there.
well, I'm going. I'm just doing it.
As you said, no points in the first round, so needs to capitalise on this one. Green flag at the ready. Still got 7 laps in this journey to complete. As they fire down the back, Pascoe in command. Jetson to the outside of Wessing. Pascoe continues to stretch the legs. Luke Wilson, Brad McMaster, Jacob Jetson. Wessing down a spot. Steve Latham moves up a spot. Kemba Laylett down a spot. But our leader, young Brad Pascoe, He loves this place. Won this event previously.
Yeah, 2024 he was the winner of this. He won all the major events in Tasmania that year.
He swept it. It was a clean sweep.
Could not be beaten that particular year.
He was just a young winning
I
machine.
think he won the meat tray as well.
He did. Yep. Yeah, certainly did. He's looking to stamp his authority all over this. There'll be 3 laps to go this time. Past the tower. Brad Pascoe in the sweet one. Revolution race gear, number 1.
I like the way Jacob Jetson's working his way into this race from a rollover. He's now challenging hard for 3rd place. Made a little mistake there and exposed himself a little bit to Latham. Couple of laps to go for a rush leader. Leads by the length of the front straight. Brad Pascoe back to Luke Wilson. The gap is 5.2.
Latham decides to get racy as the laps whittle down.
Contact with the back there of McMaster. Does that make him vulnerable to Jacob Jetson? The white flag is out for our race leader, Brad Pascoe. Luke Wilson sits in 2nd. McMaster, Latham, Jetson, Wessing and Kemble Aylett. But it's all about the Queenslander. Brad Pascoe out of turn number 4. Gets a heat win. Much needed points for him in that one. 2nd will go to Luke Wilson. 3rd, Latham's going to snip him. And he does so on the last corner. Steve Latham gets up for 3rd. 4th will be McMaster. Jetson in for 5th. Wessing, Aylett and, well, no Corey Jetson in the number 6 car in that heat. But a really handy win for Brad Pascoe. He really needed those points. Would have known it and did what he had to do.
Yeah.
Nice.